here we go. Now that the music is over. Before we begin, graduates, if you would like to remove your caps, please feel free to do so. Good afternoon and welcome everyone. My name is Taylor Sanborn and I have had the honor of serving as the Midland High School Student Body President for the 2020 to 2021 school year. Wow, what a year it has been. I would like to begin by thanking the MHS staff and administration, as well as our two class advisors, Miss Damon and Miss Ruseger, who have helped us navigate this unprecedented year, along with our parents, friends, and family who have been there for us through all of the ups and downs the past 13 years have brought us. As a class, we have endured more together than most. These obstacles have tested our ability to persevere and challenged our flexibility, not only as students, but as people. This season has taught us not only how capable we are as individuals, but the true strength we wield together. The power of chemic pride defies classrooms, computer screens, and desk shields. The power of chemic pride comes from the people that understand its value and meaning. As we move into this next season of our lives, may that power drive us to do what we doubt we can. Because now more than ever, we know we are capable of more than we think. With that being said, I could not be happier to be welcoming you all to the 149th Midland High School commencement ceremony, celebrating the class of 2021. You may be seated. Good afternoon. I'm Ella Jaster. It is my honor to introduce the Board of Trustees and distinguished guests. Please stand and be recognized as you are introduced. Scott McFarland, President, who is unable to attend. Philip Rausch, Vice President. John Lauterbach, Treasurer. Pamela Singer, Secretary. John Hatfield, Trustee. Lynn Baker, Trustee. Brad Blasey, Trustee. Michael Sharrow, Superintendent. Penny Miller-Nelson, Associate Superintendent. Jeff Jaster, Associate Superintendent. Brian Brutin, Associate Superintendent. Tracy Speaker Gerstheimer, Principal, MHS. One of our MHS seniors who will be joining the United States Army, Moira Cutler, will now be leading the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd please rise, remove your hats. Veterans may salute the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, in one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now please remain standing as we welcome one of our lovely Meister singers, Senior Emma Massey, to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming
is very special to me. So it is my honor to ask that all veterans in the audience please stand. Thank you for your service to our country. You may be seated. Our first speaker is someone that I have had the joy of going to school with since elementary school. She is dedicated, kind, and focused in all aspects of her life. As a varsity swim captain, NHS member, drum major, and cross-country athlete, she represents what it truly means to have chemic pride. I can't wait to see her carry the school spirit through college as she attends the University of Notre Dame and participates on their rowing team. I'm extremely thankful and proud to introduce Natalie Hofer.
Good afternoon, seniors. I want to take you back in time. Close your eyes for a hot second and imagine you are walking into Midland High the first time your freshman year. You can feel those butterflies in your stomach, or maybe it's a herd of elephants. You're trying to remember where your classes are and you're hoping you don't get lost. As you walk through the doors, one of the first things you see is a long, well-lit hallway with a sign that says Eyeball Alley. What the heck is that, you ask yourself. Also, what is a chemic? No, seriously, what is it? I can't tell you the number of times I have been asked that question over the last 4 years. It took me 4 years, a whole lot of spirit days, assemblies, and football Fridays to figure it out, but I finally have an answer for you. A chemic is not a tangible thing, but a feeling and a mindset. It is a way of life that every student at Midland High gets to experience. However, it is not simply being a chemic that we get to experience. The real magic is chemic pride. So, what is chemic pride? It is the electrifying feeling of belonging and acceptance that unites every person at this school. Chemic pride can be felt everywhere you go at Midland High. You can feel it at the roar of the crowd at football games, and the shouts of the marching band, and our classic, Go Blue, Bake the Doughboys, and the angelic singing of the Meister singers, especially those singing Valentines that even got Mr. Mueller to dance. You can feel it at Yell Night, which, as seniors, we totally would have won this year. Rhapsody, robotics, like a boss, swim meets, during plays and musicals, and when reading the Focus. Shout out to Mr. Worley and the Focus staff. Most of all, you can feel it in the hallways of Midland High every day. Chemic pride is what connects every student here at MHS and gives us a fierce loyalty to our school that is unmatched. As we all know, our journey through high school is one that was unorthodox. We all roll our eyes when people say, I feel so bad for you, and I'm so glad this wasn't my senior year. But what they don't know is that this year has only made us stronger, more resilient, and more appreciative. We have faced obstacles that no other class has ever had to face. We wore masks for up to 6 hours every day, cleaned foggy desk shields that constantly fell to the ground, and flinched every time someone sitting next to us coughed or sneezed, while some of us remained at home and powered through online classes. Oh, and don't forget the various times we all went online and got to know each other a little too well from the comfort of our own homes. Our hearts broke as our favorite school events were canceled, and it felt as if everything we loved about high school was ripped away from us. However, our class did not let these things stop us. We learned new ways to experience what we love. We learned to appreciate what we did have because it was better than nothing at all. Through all of these trials, chemic pride was stronger than ever before. We used our love for our school to fuel us to persevere. As soon as things were beginning to look up, our hearts broke as we lost one of the brightest lights of Midland High. Faith Ann Sawicki was a ray of sunshine and embodied chemic pride in every single way. She was a good friend to many, and I miss her dearly. She would be so excited to be here today, proud and beaming as we receive our diplomas. The very diplomas that will lead us to a new chapter in life that will be daunting but also very exciting. The world is wide open and there are so many opportunities ripe for the taking. Whether you aspire to be a professional dancer, a welder, a nurse, or an engineer, the staff at Midland High have prepared us to go on and do what we love. I can't wait for the future and everything it has in store for us, and I can't wait to see what we all achieve. However, As we leap joyfully into the awaiting future, we can look back and remember our favorite teachers who made us excited to go to their classes. Shout out to Mr. Monroe, who's graduating with us this year. It took him 39 years and we did it in 4. The counseling staff who worked tirelessly to fix our botched schedules. Thank you, Mrs. Stefanik. I don't know what I would have done without you. And our custodians, who made sure to keep everything safe and clean for us, especially our locker handles that have their own special cleaner spray gun that you could hear going down the halls. We can remember administrative staff who led our school proudly, coaches who pushed us to be strong, and our peers who made us laugh and made a bad day a whole lot better. But above all, we must always remember, once a chemic, always a chemic, and that a chemic is not simply a quirky logo, but a way of life. You can go home today with a smile on your face, knowing that you were a part of a very special tradition, and that is because of you that chemic pride never dies.
Hello, my name is Jarrett Wagner, and I am proud to introduce your second student speaker, Jeffrey Rue. Jeffrey has been a true leader and an amazing chemic throughout his time here at Midland High. Jeffrey has served as the captain on the cross-country, swim, and track team, while also being the president of the orchestra. I am excited to watch Jeffrey continue to succeed in life as he joins the United States Navy, where he will be training to become a SEAL. Now, without further ado, here's Jeffrey Rue.
They say that high school is a lot like toilet paper. You love to put crap on it, but when it's gone, you miss it sorely. Now, who they are, I'm not entirely sure, but I don't think there could be a more timely quote about high school for us. We've had to deal with a whole lot of crap over the past couple years, and it would appear that our toilet paper roll is just about used up. By the end of today, we will no longer be high schoolers. We will be professionals or fancy college students using a bidet. Now, I've definitely stretched that analogy far beyond its limits, so let's get down to the meat. Our high school experiences are now squarely in the rearview mirror. Days like today are filled with the bittersweet joy and pride to finally accept our diplomas and say that all of those late nights, difficult exams, and tears from stress really did amount to something. Our diplomas recognize our academic accomplishments. They say, wow, good job. You did enough homework and passed enough tests. But looking back on what we've experienced over the last years, I honestly think that what our diplomas represent are some of the least important lessons we'll take with us when we leave Midland High. My freshman year, I made a commitment that would help me to view the events that would go on in our lives through a different lens. I had gone through a streak of a whole bunch of what I considered bad days, and I was just sick of the negativity that I was feeling. I, as a very logic-reliant guy, got to thinking, and I came to a conclusion that every day has a mixture of good and not so great things that happen. And the math of whether it totals up to a net good day or a net bad day is a completely subjective math. I decided that rather than focusing on the seemingly negative things that occurred throughout my day, I would focus on the positive and allow it to have a much greater weight in the score, as thus always skewing the equation hugely in the favor of positivity. It's still a good day became my life motto, and I committed myself to never have a bad day again, or at least to never call a day bad again. Now this may sound crazy, but because of this, I became a lot more tuned in to how seemingly negative things always seem to serve a positive purpose. These past few years were supposed to be stable years, where we were able to stand on solid ground and look forward into the future and dream big. But our stable surfaces were cracked and rocked with uncertainty and inconveniences. However, when difficulties came to the class of 2021, we did not back down. No, we fought through and we sit here today as probably the most resilient class the world has ever seen. It is because of the difficulties that we have faced that we are uniquely prepared to face whatever life may throw at us. Our diplomas represent us being ready to take on whatever academics college may throw at some of us. But beyond that, our status as chemics represent our shared experiences. Laughing, crying, winning, losing, the good times and the rough times, our A's and E's. Our firsts and more recently our lasts, our fights and our bonds, the beginnings and continuations of beautiful, memorable, and awesome friendships and relationships, and the atrophy and end of some other relationships. Through the summation of these moments that we shared, we have learned some invaluable lessons to take on life in general, and I believe these are some of the biggest ones. Number one, our aspirations and goals will be challenged. Good. The deeper the valley, the more beautiful the summit. Oftentimes, those challenges are the very things that give us the strength to keep climbing. It's still a good day. Two, nothing will ever work out exactly the way we thought it would. Turns out, God is a lot better at writing our stories than we are. So let go, hand him the reins, and just go with it. It's still a good day. Number three, the power of positivity is palpable and present. Don't ever underestimate the impact that relentless optimism in the face of adversity can have on not only our own mental health, but on the lives of those around us. It's still a good day. And lastly, in memory of my dear friend Faith Ann Sawicki, we don't live forever. What matters infinitely more than grades, income, or status are the relationships we build with those around us while we're here. What the world needs more than doctors, engineers, teachers, musicians, mechanics, and warfighters are people who are radically and unapologetically kind and relational. Tell your friends you love them. Let go of that grudge. Buy that girl a coffee. Class of 2021, the numbers are in. And it's a good, no, it's a great day to be a chemic.
Hi, my name is Lauren Reward, and I have the honor of introducing our staff speaker this year. If you have heard the phrase, "to what extent," spoken at any point during your high school career, it was probably by Mr. Mulvaney or one of his students. The phrase has a ringing echo that surrounds the third floor. Mr. Mulvaney has been such an influential teacher to not only students, but our entire school. He is one of those teachers that goes above and beyond and isn't afraid to stand up for what's right. He has gone out of his way to try and make Midland High a welcoming place for all and making sure that we all feel safe and heard. One of the cool things about Mr. Mulvaney is that he's always willing to hear you out no matter what your stance is, and that's something that makes him really special. He is the reason why his students and anyone else that has gotten to talk to him grow so much despite how long or short of time they spend with him. He refers to the quote, "You don't have to know everything, you just have to know something." He has promoted our individual thinking and our growth mindset and always strives for students to become better people. As he always says, you can never be truly done with something, but as of right now, I'm at a time limit, so let me introduce our staff speaker that we hold in such a high regard, Mr. Mulvaney.
Hello. This is the first graduation where I've had to wear gloves because, of course. Thank you for that kind introduction, Lauren, and to the senior class for inviting me to speak today. As you can see on the big screen, this is a visual presentation. Please regard my words as merely a narrative voiceover of the photo journey we are about to take. Class of 2021. What I'm about to show you was your senior year. Students, feel free to look behind you or turn your chairs around so you can view the big screen. It is required that during the ceremony, everyone still follows all COVID-19 protocols, whatever they are as of today. If you want to follow along with your Chromebook or handheld device, please scan the QR code in the program. Also, forgive me if your picture is not shown, or some non-seniors have a fleeting moment in the slideshow. It has been difficult to get photos of just seniors, even with the awesome help of Mrs. King and the yearbook staff, from which it is not too late to buy your 2021 yearbook. Well, wait, it might be, but anyway, let us begin. Just like everything else this past year, we all need to be able to react to policy changes on a dime. So, no more death shields. And at the time of this final edit, on 5/21, no firm word on mask wearing at graduation, but I do know for sure I am not rewriting my speech, so moving on. If you had been asleep since March 7th, 2020, and woke up this morning to discover that the world had been suffering from a massive pandemic, the state had been shut down for almost a year, the city was struck by a once-in-500-year flood, and Midland High seniors had been inundated with cancellations from Chemic Idol to prom twice, and they were forced to wear masks at all times in school. You might ask, how could the class of 2021 possibly overcome such a catastrophe? Would there even be a graduation? Today is the answer to that final question. A lot happens in any given school year, but it is a piece of cloth that has come to define this one, the mask. Chemics have never been the type to disguise our pride, nor masquerade as someone we are not. There are many reasons for a chemic not to hide behind a mask, so let me take a few minutes to showcase the chemics behind the masks and show how they persevered to become the Midland High graduating class of 2021. This year's seniors were able to adapt to the constant ups and downs this year and overcome all of these obstacles because they chose to go to the starting line. Ready to start the hard work of facing their final year by donning industrial grade masks, working out to their own Rocky montage to prepare for the difficult experience ahead. They had the eye of the tiger as we all started the 2020 school year together. As the 310 members of the senior class entered school for the first time in 8 months, they knew they had to unite with the underclassmen, working to strengthen the pillars of Midland High, because a house divided cannot stand. All rose as one to rivet together everything that made us strong, making it past the temperature reader every morning, surviving having to drink our coffee or Red Bull during class under a mask. This takes practice. And even if this was harder to do, the memory of a cheerful hello from Faith Ann in the hallway could always quicken our step. Now understand, it was not always easy. Sometimes it even felt that this school year was tying us up in knots. It seemed the whole universe was conspiring to keep us from even getting into the school. But chemics always stay calm, cool, and collected, keeping under that magic temperature of 100.5 degrees. We chose to come to Midland High, face to face if we could, remotely if needed. Even if we couldn't figure out what stairway went up and which went down, we decided that actually going to Midland High at 7:20 in the morning could be a good thing. Once you entered the classroom, it seemed that the desks themselves were trying to divide everyone. I shudder to even mention the special challenges of the desk dividers. How many times did you knock one over just trying to leave class? How many times did you hopelessly try to clean the disinfectant that your teacher had just sprayed all over you? I bet if you could see through the streaked smudges, you would tell us all about it. But at least we always had enough deluxe spill fitter towels to get us through November, right? Ah, November, that means Thanksgiving, turkey and pumpkin pie. What's that you say? We're going remote again, starting now and through New Year's, and all activities are canceled or postponed? Those are fighting words, and we were willing to hit the floor trying to save the rest of the school year, even if it seemed like January was 4 months long. But this class of seniors persevered. They took a deep breath and realized that in a lot of ways, they had to rely on each other even more. As a chemic family, as a team, no matter how difficult the next challenge, they would not drop the baton. They would persist to the end of the race, which brings us here today. the same time on all those walk and talks, not to mention the re-energizing from our cheerleaders and Palmers. Even so, there were still lonely times when you could be sitting right next to someone else and feel as if you were getting the cold shoulder, even if it was just because you couldn't see your classmates smiling beneath their masks. Yes, you thought it might be great to have the stage all to yourself, but who were you going to practice your lines with? And sometimes it was just you, alone in the hallway, retaking a test. Even your feet were separated from each other with that annoying yellow line. But it is often at our lowest moments when chemics rise up to hearten each other. The band is always there to play our song and raise our spirits. We'll all stick together. And if this doesn't work, you can always wear your band t-shirt, because we are chemics and not Chargers. At least that hasn't been canceled. You have focused on the positives, learning how to cope, appreciating the simple things, like being able to have lunch with friends, singing Valentine's, earnestly performing, and performing earnest. And this experience will teach you to savor all the good things to come, and even to celebrate the normal things. Going out to Pizza Sam's with your friends, watching a live performance together. All these will return and be appreciated by you like no other senior class will be able to. The photos, events, grades, and records of this senior year will forever be put in a time capsule by the yearbook staff. So one day in the future, you will look back on all this and laugh, laugh, laugh. And as you are crying from laughing so hard, remember 2021 is your senior year, when you were top dog, when you could decide to march to your own drummer and strive to make the front page of the Focus. And not be embarrassed to sometimes just embrace your own personal service puppy and shout out so all could hear your daily affirmation. I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. Graduates, please take just a second to remember all the mediocre to above average adults that helped you through your high school career. Take twice as long to recognize the awesome teacher kings and teacher queens of the pedagogical tribe, and honor your own family and friends and all the ways they have helped you make it to this graduation stage today. But it is nearing the time to grow up and put away childish things, to wave goodbye to the high school years, to sprint along the straightaway of life and take that long jump to whatever might be next for you, college, the military, the workforce, or just your bed until at least noon. But I ask you, as you continue your journey, remember that special bond that you have with Midland High. For some, it may be love, or something else for others, but there is some sort of bond. Whether a fond nostalgia or an excitement to pack your bags and move on to the next stage of life. As you round third base of your school years and are headed for home plate, take this brief opportunity today to recall all the medals won, the accolades received, and the goals achieved. Be proud of all that you have accomplished this past year, these past 13 years, because you are about to reach the finish line. And so, I encourage you to hit the field of the rest of your lives with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind, because what you have overcome this year will brace you for anything that may lie ahead. Though the world is a much bigger place than Midland High, I hope that chemic pride has played a meaningful part in who you are today, and that you always carry a little piece of it wherever you may go. But hey, I know you got this. I have 100% confidence that in only a few minutes, with diploma in hand, you will be ready to face anything. And more importantly, Vic the Lion will always have your back. And so, one more time, a giant congratulations to the class of 2021. And I would ask you to sing the school song, but maybe just read along with me as we recite the words that will forever bond this class as they are revealed on the big screen in all their full-faced glory. The 149th class of chemics, unmasked. We'll all stick together, old MCHS, in all kinds of weather. We're friends, not foes, with luck it goes. We'll fight for the right with with all our might. Will not show white feather. Our team has the old pep. We are marching onward, step by step. The blue and gold will have no fear. We're always ready to cheer and cheer for dear old Midland High. One more reminder, don't drink and drive. Don't drink. You're fine just the way you are. Look out for each other. Don't judge. Keep 20 cents in your pocket. We want to talk with you on Monday, not about you. See the light. It's all right to be a little bit crazy. Just don't do anything stupid. Thank you, and congrats.
Hello, I am Owen Joswick, and I have the honor of introducing our principal, Miss Tracy Speaker. Miss Speaker joined the Chemic family at the beginning of our junior year, 2019. We did not know much about her, only that she came to us from the state where everything is big, Texas. And the experiences that she brought us are just the same. Miss Speaker earned her bachelor's and master's in English from Michigan State University. She has taught English and held a variety of different leadership roles for a combined total of 22 years of experience in education. And like many of us, she will be continuing her educational journey to pursue her doctorate. And together with us, she endured some unforgettable times at Midland High School, mask wearing, hand sanitizing, and temperature taking. Thank you for leading us through these unprecedented times. Please welcome our principal, Miss Speaker, to the stage.
The class of 2021 is filled with amazing students who have demonstrated that they are resilient in the face of adversity. I have been impressed with your ability to remain positive throughout the challenges of this pandemic. You are now ready to start a new chapter. Some of you will go out of state to attend school, like Western Kentucky University or Texas A&M. Some of you will stay closer to home. Some will go on a mission trip, enter the workforce, attend a trade school, or enlist in the armed services. Each of you has a plan, and it is your plan, and you are ready to launch. And I am ready to recognize your accomplishments as a group, but I need you to participate. Graduates, if you were an active member of any one of the many, many different clubs that we have something for everyone at Midland High. The Equestrian Club, National Honor Society, Robotics, Student Council, Trap Shooting, Business Professionals of America, Art Club, Bass Fishing, and Esports, just to name a few. Would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. If you earned the rank of Eagle Scout or Girl Scout Ambassador, please stand and be recognized. Woohoo! Thank you. If you challenge yourself by taking IB or AP classes while at Midland High, I would like you to stand and be recognized. part of any of our top-notch fine arts programs, such as our theater, orchestra, art, band, or choir, I would like you to stand and be recognized. Thank you. If you participated in a sport while in high school, please stand. Now I want you to remain standing if you played at least 2 different sports while in high school. Now I want you to remain standing if you played at least 3 different sports while in high school. Thank you. You may be seated. If you are graduating in the top 10% of your class today, would you please stand and be recognized? Woohoo! Thank you. Last spring, Midland High School was turned into a flood evacuation site overnight. I was shocked and amazed to see how many students came to help those in need. If you served your community during that difficult time or in other ways while in high school, I would like you to stand and be recognized. Thank you. If you plan to serve your country next year, can you stand and be recognized? Thank you. Because of our building trades, welding, and automotive classes, we have graduates here today that will go on to build your homes, diagnose what is wrong with your car and repair it, and work with metal to make both practical and beautiful items. If you were part of any of these outstanding programs that taught you how to do these things, could you stand and be recognized today? Thank you. If you are graduating today with a final GPA of a 3.0 or above, please stand. Wow. Now I want you to remain standing if your GPA is a 3.5 or higher. Wow. Now I want you to stay standing if your GPA is a 4.0 or higher. Wow. Thank you. You may be seated. Now, unbelievably, the class of 2021 has collectively earned over $3,200,000 in scholarship monies this year. Despite being in remote, despite not always being motivated to submit scholarship applications, you have done this. If you have received a scholarship to continue your studies next year, I would like you to stand and be recognized. Thank you. I am very proud of all of you, and I hope by having you stand, we have shown our guests today what wonderful things this group of students has accomplished. Finally, for the very last one, I want to invite the audience to participate if they wish. I want to encourage everyone to live life like Faith Ann did, to simply choose joy. Faith Ann inspired me. Yes, a student can inspire the principal. She was the first student to welcome me to Midland High last year when I was new. It has been a challenging 2 years, where the normal challenges of this leadership role have been magnified tenfold. But none of that really mattered when I would come to school and see Faith Ann roll up to get her temperature checked in the morning, always smiling, even if it was 7 a.m. She would ask me how my weekend was, and she always seemed to be thinking about everyone else. She had so much to not be happy about, but I certainly didn't know that. She chose to focus on the gift of life, on other people, on laughter, and on her faith. She inspired me. If you were inspired by her, like me, students and guests, I ask that you please stand once more in honor of Faith Ann. Thank you. On behalf of Midland High School administration and faculty, I attest that these seniors have successfully completed the academic requirements of the Michigan Merit Curriculum and are entitled to receive their high school diploma. Board of Trustees, I would like to present the diploma candidates. Graduates, please rise. Board member Pam Singer, please come forward to certify and confer the diplomas for the Midland High School class of 2021.
Thank you. With the authority vested in me by the state of Michigan, I confer the diploma on each graduate of Midland High School. Graduates, please shift your tassels from right to left. On behalf of the Midland Public School Board of Education, it is my pleasure and honor to accept the 149th Midland High School graduating class, the class of 2021. Graduates, you may now take a seat.
The graduates will now be recognized. Will the students in the first row exit to the right and prepare to cross the stage? Members of the class of 2021 commencement committee will read the names of the graduates.
Charlotte Adrian. Cameron Aldridge. Nathan Ames. Brennan Anderson. Amber Andrick. Rachel Applegate. Kara Arnold. Maya Atal. Samuel Axtell. Andrew Barnard. Emily Bartlett. Caitlin Bardis. Damian Bass. Alyssa Bates. Nathaniel Bechtel. Delaney Belay. Jacob Berg. Nolan Berg. Marissa Burgess. Zoran Berlanga. Dakota Biston. Chloe Blackmore. Gage Bono. Marley Bone. Reagan Booth. Lane Bradley. Jamie Brooks. Jacqueline Brown. Nathaniel Brown. Ellie Brown. Emily Burgess. Luke Booza. Megan Campbell. Olivia Carpenter. Jordan Charles. Jackson Christensen. Ethan Church. Benjamin Churchfield. Jillian Klein. Ella Cloudschneider. Hunter Cobb. Jay Colburn. Jaden Cole. Courtney Collimer. Kara Cotton. Lucy Kripe. Grace Danielson. Moira Cutler. Nick Dower. Lamar Davis. Olivia DePiero. Austin Dillon.
Duggar. Noah Dooley. I don't know who that is. Oh, Brennan Eagle. Alana Eldred. Tara Estrada. Blake Ferruzzi. Axel Fisher. Annalise Frick. Natalie Gaffke. Kara Gallagher. Abigail Gardner. Brady Gardner. Cameron Gardner. Elizabeth Gardner. Brandon Geib. Evan Gaggan. Connor Gibbs. Isaac Gergen. Elijah Gordon. Braden Gracia. Katrina Graves. Kendall Gray. Jackson Green. Carrie Jagoric. Autumn Goodmanson. Jacob Guzman. Abigail Haig. Owen Hacker. Samuel Haynes. Travis Haynes. Ryan Hampton. Logan Hansen. Gunnar Harmon. Alan Harvey. Haley Hatt. Eleanor Haycock. Kaya Hemminghouse. Taylor Hendrickson. Emma Hintz. Keaton Hawking. Natalie Hofer. Bradley Hoffman. Xander Holland. Samantha Homan. Annabelle Howes. Megan Huff. Emerson Ish. Madeline Isola. Nicole James. Ella Jaster. Tyler Jenkins. Damian Johnson. Evan Johnson. Ivy Jones.
Karina Jopik. Owen Joswick. Justin Kerr. Jillian Kelly. Benjamin Kicklin. Evan King. Olivia Klinsky. Nathaniel Knapp. Gabriel Kosiba. Derek Koki. Anna Kruger. Hunter Kruger. Gavin Kuhn. Brianna Cumsey. Anna Lagocuna. Gage Lambeth. Andrew Larner. Megan Lacrone. Lucas Lacoyer. Caden Lee. Jeremiah Lewandowski. Coulter Lippard. Evelyn Lundstedt. Madison Magger. Chase Mahabir. David Maldonado. Skylar Malone. Abigail Markel. Aiden Marsh. Sandra Martin. Joshua Machino. Emma Massey. Madison Maxwell. Eva May. Gabriel May. Alexandra Mayville. Paige McAllister. Ella McCoy.
Caitlin McGovern. James McPhillips. Thomas McQuiston. Benjamin Miller. Alexander Money. Maria Montegiano. Finn Moore. Felicia Maury. Andrea Moore. Jameson Moore. Madison Nagy. Leah Nelson. Alexander Noe. Cameron Navarro. Connor O'Malley. Jacob Ulrich. Gabrielle Ortiz. Ava Outerkirk. Angela Owens. Eden Erskine. Jonah Parker. Ezra Parsons. Juliana Peck. Desi Pagowski. Robert Perry. Samuel Pulaski, Corey Plummer, Jackson Poole, Ian Porritt, Billy Powell, Colin Powers, Caitlin Quinn, Megan Rabideau, Chloe Rajeski, Casey Rassa, Jaden Ray, Magana Reddy.
Emma Reckoway, Jason Remsing, Daniel Revord, Lauren Revord, Ronald Rice, Mason Ripke, Nathaniel Rivet, Anthony Rock, Keely Rogers, Gabby Rome, Grace Rome, Cody Rohrbacher, Jeffrey Root, Anthony Roth, Emma Rudisell, Alexis Rugsegger, Taylor Sanborn, Sophia Sanchez, Faith Ann Sawicki, Sydney Schaefer, Connor Schell, Gabby Schloop, Brianna Schmidt, Matt Schulte, Isabel Scott, Hope Seamster, Louis Seraphin, Chloe Shears, Lauren Shepard, Nathan Schaffner, Patrick Scheide, Brendan Singer, Jersey Smith, Stephen Smith, Troy Smith, Austin Snyder, Marcus Sovia, Tanner Squires,
Tiernan St. John, Sarah Starks, Naomi Stevens, Hannah Stinson,
Nathaniel Strebel, Alexandra Swanson, Layla Tammin, Aiden Taylor, Lucas Taylor, Kayla Terry, Carter Thomas, Trinity Thomas, Juliana Thompson, Carly Tolfrey, Bryce Town, McKenna Town, Annalise Tuck, Hannity Van Valkenburg, Jordan Weitengruber, Jarrett Wagner, Jaden Wall, Isabel Washabaugh, Brianna Webb, Brendan Wheel, Grace Welter, Kimberly Wiggins, Zachary Wilder, Katie Wing, Parker Winner, Brady Worth, Benjamin Withy, Jennifer Wood, Michael Yancey, Nicholas Yancey, Charles Yarger, Matthew Zawacki, Carolyn Ziglin. Before we leave this afternoon, there is one more thank you that I would like to extend on behalf of the class of 2021. Parents, guardians, and family members, thank you. Whether we showed it or not, whether we said it or not, we are thankful for you and all that you have done to help us get to today. You all have made an impact on our lives that we will forever be grateful for. Thank you for the sacrifices you have made, the endless support, and the guidance that you have provided for us throughout our time at Midland High. Class of 2021, as we leave here today, let us keep in mind the words that were spoken to us by Jeffrey and Natalie, that it is always still a good day, and that chemic pride is not a temporary feeling. It is something that will stay with us for the rest of our lives. Our time at Midland High may have come to a close, but the friendships, relationships, and feeling of home that comes from the MHS teachers, staff, and building will never be forgotten. We went through a high school experience no one could have predicted. Still, MHS remained a home for us, whether that was a friend, a teacher, a staff member, or a room in the school. There is something special in our hearts that we will all miss about our years spent at Midland High. This concludes the 149th Midland High Commencement Ceremony. Graduates, you will exit out the tunnel, beginning with the last row. We ask the audience to remain seated as the graduates exit. Graduates, please rise for the recessional.
You will learn how to create media that will educate, entertain, and